We are headed home from the Overland Expo Pacific Northwest, but first to Washington and eventually home to San Diego. The first stop was Washington. Being from California, it was unlike anything we have back home. It was green and full of life. It was one of the only places on our trip that we were actually able to have a fire, so we made sure to make the most of it. We had both a Triton, our full pop-up camper with 6 massive windows, a queen-size bed, and tons of living space. Down below in the Triton, we have a Viato system with tons of cubbies and my favorite add-on, the steps. They make getting in and out of bed a breeze. Spending time in the Triton with the windows down was an immersive experience. It felt like you were among the trees in a treehouse. We also brought our classic Bruin with its legendary hybrid hardwalls. In the Bruin, we had a bench on the driver's side, and on the passenger side, 2 drawers near the cab, a fridge platform, and a tailgate drawer filled with all of our camp essentials. Sitting around a fire underneath massive evergreens helped to slow life down, enjoy our surroundings, and disconnect after a busy weekend at the expo. Our next stop was the beach. If you have never driven from the forests of the Pacific Northwest to the Pacific Ocean, it is hard to describe just how quickly everything changes. One minute you're surrounded by towering evergreens, and the next the trees open up to reveal miles of rugged coastline and waves crashing into the beach. We were amazed to be able to both have fires and drive on the beach. Between the birds, beach, and beautiful green bluffs, this stop did not disappoint. Being a novelty, we had to build a fire, even though it was midday. That was promptly followed by a nap. If you're ever able to cruise down the beach in a truck, I would highly recommend the experience. After a restful day at the beach, it was time to turn the truck south once again. By the time we crossed into Northern California, it felt familiar again. The smell of pine trees and the moon dust covering the back roads. It reminded us that we were getting closer to home. We wandered down forest roads, crossed streams, and stopped whenever something caught our eye. That's one of the greatest things about traveling with a truck camper. You're not tied to hotel reservations, campgrounds, or schedules. If you find something beautiful, you can simply stop and enjoy it. Late that afternoon, we came across an alpine lake surrounded by tall grass, scattered pines, and quiet walking trails. Before we even stepped out of the truck, we looked at each other and knew we found camp for the night. Sometimes you spend hours searching for the perfect campsite, and other times it finds you. We spent the afternoon exploring the area, taking photos, filming videos, and soaking in the quiet before evening settled in. As the sun dropped lower behind the mountains, everything became still. The lake reflected the sky, the breeze slowed, and for a while it felt like we had the entire place to ourselves. Then, the bugs woke up. Within minutes, we were running back to the camper so that we did not become dinner. Thankfully, that's one of the advantages of a fully enclosed camper. We climbed inside, ate some snacks, and watched the sunset through the windows. We spent the rest of the evening talking, laughing, and reminiscing. It's amazing how fast a camper begins to feel like home, even when you're hundreds of miles away. The only thing left to add is a couple of friends, a dog, some family, great food, and memories that'll last a lifetime. And if you're able to, add a fire and realize life doesn't get much better than that. If you'll bear with me for a couple of seconds, it's time to pay some bills. A question we get a lot is how quickly you can set up camp. As you can see, we're kind of just getting out of the trucks, popping up some latches. Michael's not even out of the truck yet. He gets his 4 latches done. I'm on the tailgate already. I push up. He pops up on the tailgate, pushes up, and there you guys go. Camp set up in about 45 seconds. We always think the easier it is to camp, the more often you'll actually go. The next morning we continued south along the 395, and that's when it really started to feel like home. These mountains have been part of our lives as long as we can remember. We learned to ski here as kids, spent the weekends fishing these lakes, we backpacked these trails during college, and now we continue to come back whenever we can. I look forward to bringing my children here and watching them fall in love with the same mountains that I did growing up. My favorite part of this trail was the half a dozen water crossings. I'm pretty sure water crossings are what made me fall in love with overlanding. The ability to camp in remote and beautiful places is great, but the ability to cross creeks, streams, and rivers just to see what's on the other side is a feeling that never gets old. The last time we were here, it was snowing so hard we could barely see the road. And this time we were greeted with warm sunshine, cool mountain air, crystal clear streams, and another beautiful lake. The trip made me remember why I love overlanding and the importance of getting out of your day-to-day and finding the peace in this beautiful world. For me, overlanding isn't about the difficult trails. It's all about where those trails lead. The quiet places, the hidden lakes, the mountain views, the conversations around a campfire, and most importantly, the memories you make with the people you are with. Thank you guys so much for coming along on our adventure home from the Overland Expo Pacific Northwest 2026. Our next trip is going to be in Montana, so I look forward to sharing that with you guys. See you in the next video, and have a great day.